Try this question. A light of wavelength 6,000 angstrom in air enters a medium with refractive index 1.5. What will be the frequency and wavelength of light in the medium? What will be the frequency and wavelength of light in the medium? Yeah, do it and tell me fast. Do the calculation fast and tell me what is the answer.
Sir, frequency 5 into 10 power 14, sir.
Yes, frequency is 5 into 10 power 14. The formula is nu equal to C by lambda. So C is 3 into 10 power 8 by lambda is 6,000 into 10 power minus 10. If you calculate, you get the frequency as 5 into 10 power 14, 10 power minus 1. Now calculate lambda dash. So frequency in both the mediums will be the same because frequency is constant. I told you in the previous class, correct? Frequency will not change, but wavelength will change. So find the new frequency.
So 4,000 amps.
How did you do lambda dash? What formula did you use?
Lambda by mu, sir.
Yeah, lambda dash is lambda by mu. So lambda is given as 6,000 into 10 power minus 10 by 1.5 will give you 4,000 angstrom. So that will be the new wavelength. So marbadi solren, air la it was 6,000, water la it was, no, the medium la it was 4,000. Frequency air and medium la it will be the same value because frequency will remain a constant even when a ray of light travels from one medium to another. Very important. Velocity will change, wavelength will change, frequency will not change. Is it clear? Okay. Now give the heading real depth and apparent depth. Next topic, which given as formula, the derivation is not required. So listen here. Now you know what real depth and apparent depth is. You place a coin inside a beaker of water, and when you look from top, you will find that the coin has been raised a bit. Correct? Bottom la irukka coin, it will be raised a bit. Or if you put a pencil inside, you can see that the tip of the pencil appears to be raised. So I'm taking a beaker and I'm filling it with water. Okay, let xy be the medium of separation. And I'm keeping an object O here at this point. Okay. So what happens? This array of light, this is the normal which I'm drawing here. Suppose a ray of light goes from this object O to this normal. Okay, this is the angle of incidence. So this is water. So this is denser medium and this is rarer medium. It goes from denser to rarer medium, so it will be refracted away from the normal. Correct? Now, when I try seeing the object from here, suppose this is where my eye is, and suppose I'm trying to see this object down. Okay, here in the object, try this ray of light, this object appears to be coming from this point. Correct? This is where the image is. Purila? So it has been raised. Do you understand? So the formula for this is, so let this be B. Either one the refractive index of water with respect to air will be real depth by apparent depth. So if I'm to label it, then I'll label the point and A real depth it will be OA. OA is the real depth of the object. Apparent depth another it is IA. Very, very important. So refractive index of water with respect to air will be real depth by apparent depth. Okay. And there is a shift, correct? Shift the normal shift is called as normal shift. Normal shift is OA minus IA. Okay. Or I can, if I take OA outside, it is 1 minus IA by OA. So it is OA into 1 minus 1 by OA by IA. Correct? Symbol normal shift is denoted by D. OA is nothing but the thickness of the water. Correct? Water level of thickness. D into 1 minus 1 by OA by IA is nothing but refractive index of water with respect to air. So if they ask you the shift, you can directly use this formula. Write it down, write everything with the diagram. So what are the factors on which this normal shift D depends? இது வந்து ரெண்டு factors depend பண்ணிருக்கு. ஒன்னு வந்து real depth depend பண்ணி. Shift will always depend on real depth, and second one, it will depend on refractive index. That is T and mu. See, there can be a lot of questions which they can ask from this topic. So be careful. There are doubt in the category. Very important. Don't miss out anything. Write everything. Draw the diagram. Diagram is important. Mark angle of incidence, angle of refraction. If you are real, now actually after learning this diagram, if you just go and open the derivation, you will understand it. It's easy. It's not a big deal. Just 2 steps. But I'm not doing it right now because it's waste of time. So higher the value of refractive index, greater will be the apparent shift. Done? Okay. Then rub the board. Ediyasha, Shalini.
Yes, sir.
Now let's do a few numericals based on this. This is important. First question. Velocity of light in glass is 2 into 10 power 8 meter per second. And that in air, 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. By how much would an ink dot appear to be raised when covered by a glass plate 6 centimeter thick? So in the water, I'm keeping glass plate. Difference. Do it. I won't help you. Have to do it. So Teju, what are they asking in this question? By how much would an ink dot appear to be raised? So they are asking you D, correct? And what are the data that are given? They have given you T. T வந்து 6 centimeter நான் சொன்னேன். அதுக்குள்ள glass plate 6 centimeter thick வச்சிருக்காங்கன்னா, that is the thickness, correct? You just have to find refractive index because D equals T into 1 minus 1 by mu. Refractive index நீங்க கண்டுபிடிக்கலாம். ஏன்னா C யும் கொடுத்திருக்கான், V யும் கொடுத்திருக்கான். Refractive index is C by V. Find refractive index, thickness is given, directly substitute in the formula and tell me the answer. Easy question.
Set
2 centimeters the right answer. Yes, 2 centimeters the right answer. Mu will be what? 3 into 10 power 8 by 2 into 10 power 8. So it is 1.5 meter, 1.5, no unit refractive index. So now D will be 6 into 1 minus 1 by 1.5. If you solve it, you will get it as 2 centimeter. I'll give you one more. There is a glass in the question. It's an interesting question. This is a glass. Adoda thickness on the 6 centimeter. Adukku mela I have water. Adoda thickness on the 4 centimeter. Okay, refractive index of glass with respect to air is given as 3 by 2, and refractive index of water with respect to air is given as 4 by 3. Okay, what is the apparent position of an object? What is the apparent position of an object below a rectangle, below the rectangular block? I'll place it and show. In that I'm keeping an object. Here you can see there are two materials. One is glass and the other is water. And they have given the thickness and refractive index for each material. You calculate the shift for each material and then add it. The apparent position will be the shift due to each material. What's the answer, Teja? What is the shift due to glass? D1. D1 is T1 into 1 minus 1 by refractive index of glass with respect to air. And D2 will be T2 into 1 minus 1 by refractive index of water with respect to air. Tell me each one once you get it and we'll add it.
Sir, -3, sir.
No, it's just 3 centimeter. D1 is 2 centimeter. D2 is 1 centimeter. So when you add, D will be D1 plus D2. It will be totally 3 centimeter. In the refractive index of glass with respect to air, in the T1, D1 is what? 6 centimeter. In the 4, refractive index of water with respect to air, which is 4 by 3. If you put, you will get 2 centimeter and 1 centimeter. And when you add, you will get 3 centimeter. Write it down. If you have not gotten it, write it down. Fine. Now listen here. Give the heading. Next. Topic is very important. It's called as total internal reflection. Now let me just explain this with the help of a diagram. Now this is something which you have commonly observed in your daily life. Like when you drive on roads, I don't know if you have highways lala summer time la drive பண்ணும்போது, if you sit inside the car and watch road la distance la பார்த்தா, you'll feel like there is some water on the road. Have you observed it? That phenomenon is called as mirage. So that happens because of total internal reflection. It's an illusion. I'll tell you how it happens. You see, so I have water at the bottom, okay, and air on top. And you know, water is the denser medium here and air is the rarer medium. So you know, normally when a ray of, this is the normal, I'm drawing a normal. Suppose a ray of light is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium, you know, it will be refracted away from the normal, right? So it is going like this. This is the angle of incidence. It will be refracted away from the normal. This is the angle of refraction, correct? Now what I'm doing is I'm increasing the value of angle of incidence. Okay, I'm increasing the value of angle of incidence. This is the object. Now, as I increase the angle of incidence, at a point, what will happen is, you see, the refracted ray will just bend over the surface of separation of two media. In the time R 90 degree, correct? So this angle of incidence at which the refractive index bends over the surface of separation or grazes over the surface of separation of two media, that angle is called as what? Critical angle. அந்த R90 degree வர அந்த ஐயை தான் நம்ம என்ன சொல்லுவோம்? Critical angle. இதுக்கு மேல, if I keep increasing I, at a point what will happen is, okay, I'm again drawing a normal. இதுக்கு மேல, when I increase the value of I, that is beyond the critical angle, if I increase the value of I, this is when I equals IC. This is when I is less than IC. And this is when I is greater than IC. What will happen is the refracted ray becomes the reflected ray. It will just reflect back into the same medium. This phenomenon is known as total internal reflection. That is total, it is internally reflected. Got it? So there are two conditions for this total internal reflection to happen. One is the ray of light should travel from denser to rarer medium. And the second condition is the angle of incidence in the denser medium should be greater than the critical angle. If these two conditions are satisfied, then you can observe total internal reflection. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Write it down. Draw the diagram and write it. Don't miss it. Because numericals, sometimes they will give you what is a diagram. Okay, now you see there I'm going to derive a relationship between refractive index and this critical angle. The refractive index of air with respect to water will be sin I by sin R. Okay, Snell's law. We did it in the last class. Or refractive index of air with respect to water will be at critical angle sin I and sin C. Sin R will be what? Sin 90. Correct? Because at I equal to C, R will be 90 degree. Or I can write refractive index of air with respect to water is sin C by 1. Or refractive index of water with respect to air will be 1 by sin C. So this is the relationship between refractive index and critical angle. Very, very important concept. Write it down. Derivation you need to know how it arrived, because I'm doing only those derivations that will help you to solve the numericals. So failing to know these things, you will find it difficult to solve the numericals. So make sure you write these. Done? Shalini, Eliasha, Teja, are you done writing it?
Yes, sir. Ready.
Okay. Refractive index of glass is 1.5. Okay. Find the speed of light in glass and the critical angle for glass. Direct question. What is the speed of light in glass, Shalini? What is the answer?
2 into 10 power 8.
Yes, it's 2 into 10 power 8. Mu equal to C by B, or B equals C by mu. That is 3 into 10 power 8 by 1.5, which will be 2 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Critical angle, sin inverse of n value. You may not be able to know it. Know the value of theta. Sin inverse n value. What is the sin C value? See, sin C is, the formula. Sin C equals 1 by mu. So it will be 1 by 1.5, which is 0.66. So C equals sin inverse of 0.66. You can read the answer like that. Okay. Write it down. One more question I'll give you from total internal reflection. See, so I'm like, look at the diagram. This is why I said diagram is important. See, in the question, the full and full diagram. The array of light AB is incident at an angle of 40 degrees. Now this is angle of diffraction. This angle is 15 degree. நல்லா பாத்துக்கங்க, இது 15 degree. Calculate the critical angle. Okay, calculate the critical angle. அவ்வளவுதான், that's the question. Questionல கொடுத்திருக்கிற data வந்து sin 40 degree equals 0.6428 and sin 25 degree equals 0.4226. இந்த ரெண்டு டேட்டாவும் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. You may use these data. So first you can find what is refractive index from the given data, and then you can find what is the.
So 1/1.52, sir.
Yes, refractive index is 1.5. Very good. So here you can see angle of incidence is 40 degree. What is angle of refraction? This full of 40, correct? Opposite angle. Yeah, 40 minus 15 it will be, which will be 25 degree. So mu equals sin I by sin R. Sin I, sin R value கொடுத்திருக்கேன் மேல 0.428 by 0.4226 will give you 1.52. Now tell me the value of C. C வந்து sin inverse என்ன வருது சொல்லுங்க. Calculate that one also. Make it fast. Don't delay.
0.026.
No. Mu equals 1 by sin C. So sin C will be equal to 1 by mu. 1 by 1.52 என்ன வரும்? Be sin inverse of 0.6579. Yeah, this is the answer. Okay, see, sometimes this total internal reflection use பண்ணி we can deviate a ray of light. Actually, I've been just one example I'll show. There are more examples which you can always learn from the book. I'll just show one example. Suppose I'm taking a triangular prism or material. Okay, suppose a ray of light. I'm just probably get the ray of light. A lane or ray strike out, B lane in ray strike out. Suppose it strike out at this point, if it is striking at a critical angle, at an angle greater than critical angle, what will happen? It will get totally internally reflected in the pakam poi. Correct? In the pakam, if it is falling at an angle which is greater than the critical angle, so either A, either B. Either A, either B. If critical angle greater than or angle, it will get totally internally reflected. Correct? இப்போ உங்களுக்கு ஃபைனல் இமேஜ் வரும்போது A இந்த பக்கம், B இந்த பக்கம். So it has been rotated by 180 degree. Correct? அப்படியே 180 degree shift ஆயிடுச்சு. Can you see? So to shift the angle of the object by a particular angle, particular value of theta, you can always employ total internal reflection. Kaleidoscope and different varieties you have based on this principle. So I just told. And another, sparkling of diamond is an example. Mirage I already solitated. The next one is sparkling of diamond. Diamond is always cut in such a way that light entering diamond will always get total internally reflected. So multiple total internal reflections is one of the reasons why diamond always sparkles. So these are the applications, daily, life applications of total internal reflection, which is supposed to write it down. Make a note of sparkling of diamond also. Now the next topic which I'm going to give you is a very, very important topic. Usually it's a very, it's a derivation kind of thing, but you don't have the derivation, but you need to understand the concept first. So give the heading refraction at convex spherical surface. Refraction at convex spherical surface. So listen here. So a convex lens எப்படி இருக்கும்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், எப்படி இருக்கும், கரெக்ட்டா? So இதுல வந்து first surface எடுங்க. இதோட first surface, இந்த left surface மட்டும் நான் எடுக்கிறேன். So if I take the left surface alone, okay, and if the ray of light is traveling from rarer to denser medium, and this is rarer medium, okay, it is reflecting towards the normal, and final image is forming. There are angles and derivations that I'm not going into that. So this is refractive index of air, and this is refractive index of glass. Then there is a relationship connecting the radius of curvature and refractive index and object distance and image distance. Okay, I'll give you the formula. It is minus mu1 by u plus mu2 by v equals mu2 minus mu1 by r. Write it down. This formula is applicable when object is in rarer medium. எப்பவுமே object rarer mediumல இருந்தா இதுதான் case. Okay. Now the next case, when the object is in denser medium, the second half of the lens எடுக்கிறேன். இங்க பாருங்க. If I take the second part of the lens, the right part of the lens, how will be எப்படி இருக்கும்? பாருங்க இந்த லென்ஸோட செகண்ட் பார்ட்ல இருந்து நான் எடுக்கிறேன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இப்படி இங்க பாருங்க இப்படி இருக்கு. ஆப்ஜெக்ட் உள்ள இருக்கு, இங்க இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. அதாவது செகண்ட் பார்ட்குள்ள இருக்கு, லென்ஸ்க்குள்ள. Now when it goes, it is going from denser to rarer, it will get refracted away from the normal. Correct? This is the normal line. It will get refracted away from the normal. Now when you extend it, you will get the image somewhere here. So whenever the object is in the denser medium, okay, for this lens, when the object is in the denser medium, then the formula will be minus mu2 by u plus mu1 by v equals mu1 minus mu2 by r. This is for a convex lens. So there are two cases. First case is when the object is in the rarer medium. Second case is when the object is in the denser medium. When the object is in the rarer medium, real image form பண்ணாலும் virtual image form பண்ணாலும் எல்லாம் அந்த equation தான். புரியுதா? So ரெண்டே equation படிச்சா போதும் நீங்க. Make a note of that. எழுதியாச்சா?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, இதே மாதிரி refraction at concave spherical surface. இதே மாதிரி concave lens எழுதுங்க. Refraction at concave spherical surface. That's the first case when the object is in rarer medium. Same formula. Minus mu1 by u plus mu2 by v equals mu2 minus mu1 by r. And when the object is in denser medium, minus mu2 by u plus mu1 by v equals mu1 minus mu2 by r. By r by 2, sorry. By r. Okay, write it down. Basically, you will have a lot of numeric sections. Okay, now I'll give you a question. Yeah, listen. I'll just tell you how questions are asked. Write this, note down this question, very important. This is an important question. Okay, so a small point object is placed in air at a distance of 60 centimeter from the convex spherical surface of refractive index 1.5. If radius of curvature of the spherical surface is 25 centimeter. Find the position of the image. Do it. Just on the formula sign convention or apply pannunga, you will get the answer B. Try doing it by yourself. What formula will you use here? Object is placed in air. Adile ungalku theriyum. The object is placed in the rarer medium. Correct? So formula will be minus mu1 by u plus mu2 by v equals mu2 minus mu1 by r. Air or refractive index உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், it is 1. Refractive index of glass is given 1.5, r 25, u வந்து minus 60 because u is always measured to the left. Formula போட்டு கரெக்டா v கண்டுபிடிங்க. Easy. Direct question. What is the answer, Shalini?
Sir, 0.5 by 25, sir.
No. See, mu1 is refractive index of air. So it will be minus 1 by 60 plus 1.5 by v equals 1.5 minus 1 by 300. 1.5 minus 1 by 25, sorry. Okay, இதுல இருந்து v கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். This is the equation. So இதுல இருந்து you will get 1.5 by V equals 0.5 by 25 plus 1 by 16. Correct? And minus 1 by 16. So you will get V as 450 centimeters. This is the answer. Oh, illa. Minus 1 by 60 varum. Inga parunga. U is already minus 60. Inga already or minus irukku. So plus side inga. Puriyudha? Page, do you understand? Already inga or minus irukku. U ku innoru minus varum. So plus side. So the 1 by 60 அந்த பக்கம் போச்சுனா it will become minus 1 by 60. If you solve பண்ணுங்க, you will get D as 450. Try solving that. Direct formula application with sign convention. There's nothing complicated at all. Next question. Okay, one more question I'll give you practice. What curvature? Curvature means what? R. Must be given to the bounding surface of a refracting medium refractive index for the virtual image of an object in the adjacent medium mu equal to 1. So object is in the rarer medium at 10 centimeter to be formed at a distance of 40. So U கொடுத்திருக்காங்க 10 centimeter, V கொடுத்திருக்காங்க 40 centimeter. Refract mu1, mu2 கொடுத்திருக்காங்க, R கேட்டிருக்காங்க. Find it out. Easy. It's a direct application. It's going from rarer to denser medium. So what formula will you use? Minus mu1 by U plus mu2 by V equals mu1 minus mu2 by R. All the values are given. Mu1 is 1, mu2 is 1.5, U is minus 10 centimeter, V is minus 40 centimeter. So for those who are not attended the previous class, you just go and refer the sign convention. நீங்க போன class attend பண்ணல நிறைய பேர். Sign convention நான் சொன்னேன் எப்படி apply பண்ணனும். So just go and have a read of what is given in the book, and still if you have any doubt you can come and ask me specifically. I can't take the whole thing again. So based on sign convention I have put the values. Now you can just apply. What is the answer page? 8 centimeters is the right answer. Now give the heading lens maker's formula. Lens maker's formula. See, when it is a mirror, what is the relationship between F and R? I derived it last class. I told you F equal to R by 2. That is for a mirror. Now for a lens, the relationship connecting F and R is given by the lens maker's formula. So what is the relation? It is 1 by F equals mu minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Now you will be wondering what these R1 and R2 are. Like, our lens is the radius of curvature. Lens is two side. So this first side of the lens will have a R on this right hand side. The left side of the right side of the lens will have an R on the left hand side. Correct? Two R your lens. R1, R2. So R1 will be positive because you are taking in the direction of incident light, and R2 will be negative because you are taking towards the left. Sign convention apra paathukalam. This is the formula. 1 by F equals mu minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. F equal to R by 2 can be used only for a mirror. Write it down. Put it in a box. Very, very important formula. You'll be using it in a lot of places today. Okay, now I'll just tell you how to apply this lens maker's formula through a question. Okay. So for both concave and convex lens, the lens maker's formula is the same. Okay. So a convex lens with both faces of same radius of curvature is to be manufactured from a glass of refractive index 1.55. What should be the radius of curvature? So they're asking you R. What should be the radius of curvature for focal length to be 20 centimeters? Easy question. Try பண்ணுங்க. Try பண்ணாம இருக்காதீங்க. Try பண்ணுங்க. If you're not able to do, I'll help you. Do it. So here, what are the data that are given? Refractive index is given as 1.55. F is given as 20 plus 20 centimeter because it is the convex lens. The convex lens இங்க பாருங்க இப்படி இருக்கும். கரெக்டா இப்பதான் நான் வரைஞ்சேன். So R1 which is on the right hand side will be positive. R2 which is on the left hand side will be negative. ரெண்டும் same radius of curvature னு சொல்லிருக்கான். So you take R1 as plus R and R2 as minus R. Substitute in the formula 1 by F equals mu minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R. Substitute பண்ணுங்க easy R கிடைச்சிடும். Do it. Do it and tell me the answer. I can't do the calculation. Do it. What is the answer, Teju? F எவ்வளவு வருது? 1 by 20 equals
20.
very good, very good. F equals to எவ்வளவு வருது? R எவ்வளவு வருது? R எவ்வளவு வருது?
20, sir.
20 is wrong. Do it properly. 1 by 20 equals 1.55 minus 1 into 1 by R minus of minus 1 by R will become 2 by R. So it will be 1 by 20 equals 1.5 minus 1 is 0.55 into 2 by R. So R will be 40 into 0.55 which will be 22 centimeter. ஒரு சின்ன calculation கூட உங்களால பண்ண முடியல. எல்லாம் என்ன பண்ண வச்சிட்டு இருக்கீங்க? Very good. Keep it up. Answer Vidyacha. Next question. I'm telling you again and again, this is important. Lens maker's formula is important. And I'm giving you so much time to do the numericals, still you guys are not. The radius of curvature of either face of a convex lens is equal to its focal length. When the radius of curvature equal to focal length. Find the refractive index of the material. Same formula. Try பண்ணுங்க. இதுல calculation வராது. Very very easy. புரியுதுல? ரெண்டு ஆரும் F ஓட ஈக்குவல்னா what is the refractive index? Try doing.
Sir, 2, sir.
Yes, Shalini, what did you say?
2, sir.
No, 2 is the wrong answer. R1 will be plus F and R2 will be minus F.
Sir, 3 by 2.
Yes, mu is 1.5. So I'm once again repeating you. Lens maker's formula is the formula connecting F and R for a lens. Okay, given by 1 by F equals mu minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Now this formula is very important because they'll give you focal length and refractive index and ask you to calculate R value. So you need to know. And one more thing is you need to know the sign convention well. Every time you're making mistake because you're putting the signs tappa. Go through quickly what we did today. Faster. So today we did a lot of things. We learned about real depth, apparent depth, total internal reflection, refractions at convex and concave spherical surface, followed by lens maker's formula. For those who haven't attended the previous class, please go through the introduction of ray optics and learn the sign convention well. Because even in the next class, when we do numericals, any doubt, Shalini, in the sign convention?
No, sir.
Page, any doubt?
No, sir.
Quickly go through what we did. See if you have any, like, you need any clarification on any topic. Keeping what is taught. So I'll meet you in the next class. Keep practicing.